HDFC ERGO definitely wanted to do something economical for the people out there, but I think this is a missed effort. At least this is my thought.
Definitely, you're absolutely right. See, just because you'd want to reduce the price, you should not probably play around with the key features, which will cause a lot of problems. Some customers might be misled into buying these things thinking that it's cheaper, I'm saving in the short run.
Back in 2021, HDFC ERGO released one of its most efficient health insurance policies. And we know that policy by the name of HDFC Optima Secure. Now, exactly after 3 years, HDFC is out with another version of the plan and they are calling it HDFC Optima Lite. Now, we went through the brochure and we have our first thoughts that we want to contemplate. And for the same, I have with me the senior program manager here at Ditto, Ajay. So, Ajay, welcome to the episode. I know it was a quick ask of you to go through this new policy. Uh, Truth be told, I was a little confused when I took a look at the brochure for the first time.
Yeah.
Couple of things which took me off guard was the first thing. I know you're going to delve more into it. But one thing is it's not available for everyone. It's
Yeah.
only available for people in tier 2 cities. So I think this is something that they're trying to entice people in tier 2 cities to get an HDFC plan because of the 98% CSR that they hold in the market. Now, straight away, the first question that I'd like to ask you is, why do you think HDFC has come up with Optima Lite plan?
So HDFC has been, listening to its customers, right? So if you see, most of their plans are in the premium segment, and the premiums also, that is, the pricing is usually on the higher side. So they thought they'll probably bring something which is a much more affordable option, which would probably cater to, the needs of people in tier 2 cities, right? But again, that being said, right, so the entire premise of why they want to make it in tier 2 cities is because they want to attract the crowd, that is the tier 2 cities who are a little price sensitive, okay, to have a HDFC ERGO plan.
Understood. So maybe market penetration into tier 2 cities is maybe one of the reasons why they are releasing.
Yes, so that is a major reason, okay, and like I said before, they just want it to be a much more affordable option for people who are little price sensitive.
Understood. Now let's straight away get into what the policy entails.
Right.
The brochure says, in fact, it has a lot of reds when you compare it with Optima Secure. I'll let you straight away get into what is similar between Secure and Lite and what is different in Lite.
So like you said, right, so if I compare it with their flagship plan, which is the Optima Secure, right, you see things like your, daycare treatments, Ayush treatments, then, the normal hospitalization up to sum insured. The base features, these things kind of check out to be quite similar, right? But, I mean, if someone is not careful, okay, they will miss out on a lot of caveats. Okay, one is the Lite, they offer plans only up to 7.5 lakhs, right? So 5 lakhs up to 7.5, whereas the Secure, even if someone wants a plan for 1 crore, they can go for it, right? So that is a major difference, okay? And a couple of other features also, very crucial features, they kind of lag in the Lite plan.
What are those?
So if you see, the major drawback I see is the room rent restriction. Okay, so there is a 1% room rent restriction. Okay, for your normal rooms, and there is a 2% for ICU. Okay, again, why this is very important is because, see, if you're going to any big hospital or a good hospital, say for example something like Apollo, right? So they might have, just to get into a general ward, it costs around 6,000 bucks, right? And here, even the sum insured, you're not allowed to go beyond 7.5, right? So if my room rent restriction is for a basic room is only, then something that I'm eligible for, because even for a twin sharing room, it might go 8,000 or 7,500 and above, which might not be eligible in this case.
And then the person ends up splitting the bill because room rent restriction works that way.
Yeah, and like we've addressed this before, it's not just the room rent cost, the entire surgery cost, or whatever the treatment costs will increase in tandem. So this is a very big problem, considering that the sum insured also, you're not allowed to take higher. For example, if it's a 20 lakh or 30 lakh policy, accordingly with the 1% the room rent might increase. But here, since that is also not possible, this would become a big drawback.
Understood. That
Yes.
so two major drawbacks up until now.
Yeah.
Sum insured is only available up until 7.5 lakhs.
Correct.
There's a room rent restriction of 1% on the room rent.
Correct.
Okay.
So that is a very big drawback. Okay. Even if it's a tier 2 city, why would you want to risk it? You don't want any kind of a restriction on the room that you want to take. You probably want the best treatment, and you are paying, good amount for the insurance. So you would want the treatment to be covered as well.
Makes sense.
Right. All these kind of things before and after the hospitalization. Here it's 60 to 180, whereas in the light plan, okay, it is only 30 to 60 days.
They've decreased a lot.
Yes. So that is again, a big caveat there, right? So, I mean, for whatever the premiums they're reducing, I mean, I've heard, that the premium is reducing only by around 2,000 to 3,000 bucks, right? So just for that, small increase, I would not recommend these kind of key features going away, right? So especially not just this, you see the cumulative bonus is also reduced. So in the secure, it is 50% up to 100%, whereas in the light plan, it only increases 10% year on year. So the bonus also, does not increase in that order. Okay, maybe one good thing is that the unlimited restoration is inbuilt in the plan. But that again is not a big deal, because even in the secure plan, it is an add-on with a very small, increase in the price. Right. So these are some things that you need to note if in case you're considering the light plan. And another surprising thing is the flagship thing, as in for HDFC, the 2x benefit of the secure plan, even that is not, applicable here, right? So that again is a very big problem. And things like your consumables, like your mask, PPE kits, these kind of things which are non-medical in nature, which they usually put it across, at the end of the bill in any hospitalization. These things also, only through an add-on we will be able to cover in the light plan.
Understood.
Right. So though, in my opinion, though the plan comes out to be another, around 3K, 2K cheaper, depending on the sum insured you're taking, I would not, gamble, in taking this plan, because there are a lot of drawbacks, okay, compared to something like, the secure plan, which they're already having. Yeah.
Very, very rightly spoken there, because when you go to cheap out for as mere as 2,000 rupees, because secure costs us around 11,500, and then this, as you said, 2,000 rupee cheaper, 9,500.
Yeah.
For 2,000 rupees, you're gambling away your room rent. Your 2x feature is gone. I mean, that is what made HDFC ERGO Optima Secure HDFC ERGO Optima Secure. When when that thing goes away, I'm not even sure why people would go in for a light version. Now,
Correct.
Talking about that, HDFC ERGO definitely wanted to do something economical for the people out there. But I think this is a missed effort. At least this is my thought. What do you
No,
feel
definitely, you're absolutely right. Right. So, see, just because you would want to reduce the price, you should not probably play around with the key features, right, which will cause a lot of problems. So, some customers might be misled into buying these things thinking that it's cheaper, I'm saving in the short run. But in the long run, God forbid someone does get hospitalized, that causes a lot of problems. Okay, imagine they'll have to pay another, say, 40, 50K from their pocket in case the room rent gets missed. Okay, so that is another big drawback. Then again, the bonus increases at very slow pace. That is like, say if someone has 5 lakh, it's only like 50,000 rupees per year it increases. So here it is 50%. So from 5 it goes to 7.5 lakhs, right? So you see the difference there only, right? So I mean, I would rather shell out a couple of bucks more and just get a very good plan, right?
Exactly.
Just to, and not worry too much about saving premiums in the short run.
Right.
Yeah.
And also one more thing which crossed my mind is because this plan is going to probably sell like a hotcake among people who are not insurance aware.
Right.
Do you think that this might lead to a stage where HDFC Ergo's status of being the top insurance claim giver, 98% claim payout, do you see that number going down in case this plan becomes, a success? Because there can be chances of high claim
Right.
rejections, denials. So what's your thought on that?
I mean, there might not be claim rejections per se, but the quality of the claim payout, right? So that is what matters. Okay, because see, they would not want to take a hit on their metrics. They would have thought about this. Okay, but from any prudent insurance advisor would not recommend this kind of product to their clients because they'd want them to probably benefit out of this, right? But I mean, whatever HDFC Ergo intends to do with this plan, okay, if anyone comes through Ditto, we would never, recommend this kind of a plan to them.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
So if anyone wants to even go in for HDFC Lite, mainly for the premiums, which is around 9,000, 9,500, 10,000, what are some other options that they can, look out, if not for HDFC?
I mean, you can look at some other companies as well. Okay, you don't have to look at the same things, right? So if you are a little into the metrics and you want a good plan, okay, then you can consider the Aditya Birla's Active One Max, which comes out to be a little more economical compared to the HDFC Ergo, or the Care Supreme, right? So this is also a good option. Okay, when you look at the bonus and other features that they provide.
Because they tick off all of the basic
Yes.
features that we want health insurance to tick off.
That's correct. So the Care Supreme is also a very good option that you can consider in case premiums is something that you are looking to save. But then again, you might not get the most premium experience that HDFC Ergo is providing. Nonetheless, from the claims perspective, I don't see that should be a big problem.
Understood.
Yeah.
I think that covers all the bases. Ajay, thank you so much for coming in and doing this video with us and making people here aware about how these tiny bits like 1% of room rent restriction or 2% ICU capping or the loss of the number of pre and post hospitalization can make a huge dent in the financial protection. So thank you so much for giving us your time, Ajay.
Sure.
So folks, this brings us to the end of this video. Now, if you are in the market looking for the best plan and if you stumbled across us, then hi folks, we are Ditto Insurance. We are an insurance advisory platform. We provide free health and insurance term advices with our expert advisors who are just one click away. So head to the link in the description and book your free call with us. Folks, I'll see you guys in the next video. Happy insurance hunting.